What's up, everybody? Welcome to an episode of Speak Your Piece. First and foremost, we thank you guys so much for all the love and support that you guys have shown over the last 3 episodes. We don't take it for granted. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the likes, the shares, the comments. Keep them going. Keep these conversations going as well. And still, even with today's episode, share the first episode, the second episode, the third episode, and this episode. We want to get ourselves out there and get these conversations out there. So, as usual, my name is Rashawn Wilson. We also have Stephen Williams, Carrie Kearns.
What's going on, everybody?
Christine Sally.
Hey.
And Jonathan Scott.
What was that
All
about?
right, as usual, we want to go ahead and start our episode with a hot topic. This topic deals with celibacy. We know we have a lot of sex conversations, marriage conversations, abortion conversations, stuff like that. So with that comes this idea of celibacy, waiting till marriage. Is there still hope for this? So my question I want to pose is 2 parts. Is sex before marriage relevant and possible in today's society? That's question number 1. Is sex before marriage relevant and possible in today's society? And also, personally, for my co-hosts, if your significant other proposed to wait until marriage to have sex, would you do it? So let's go with Steven.
With me now.
No, let's go with Steven.
It's always me. I'm always the first person.
You gotta go.
Okay, yeah, you're right, Steven. You do go first. Jonathan.
Well, I mean, okay, all right, forget. Is it possible? Being totally honest, I mean, I don't think so. I mean, you do got your Tim Tebows out there that plan on waiting until they be married, but and not too many dudes that's actually gonna wait till they're married to have sex with somebody, man. I mean,
so dudes. Well, can girls wait? So dudes can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, girls are the main one to try to put it on somebody, man. I mean, so yeah, they can wait. I mean, it's the guys part about it, man. The hard part about it is, man, a lot of dudes already done had sex before, so they know how it feel. They don't feel like waiting. I mean, till you get married. So that's the bad part about it, man. The only way that's gonna be able to happen is if you could find a dude that already hadn't had sex yet. That's the only possible way.
Really?
Yeah. So
this whole born again virginity thing is just mythological. People don't really.
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I can't do it. I mean, I can't speak for everybody else, man. But
so knowing that you're married,
right.
Everyone he's married, guys.
Right.
So if prior to getting married, let's just say once you proposed, because I have my best friend did this, if Marcia said, well, I want to take this next year that we're engaged, the next 2 years that we're engaged to not have sex, so that way it's more special when we get married, you wouldn't do it?
No, she did it and I had to. But it was too late then. I done give it a ring now. I mean, I didn't go back and be like, I'm going to call engagement.
So then it's possible.
No.
So this contradicts what you said.
No, hold on. This is the thing now. I'm talking about if you go to your boyfriend and basically be like, look, man, I don't want to have sex till I get married. She already had the ring by then. You see what I'm saying? It's a difference then. So I ain't gonna be like, well, you know what? I don't want to marry no more because you didn't want to have sex till we get married. It was too late then. I ain't had no choice.
What you said?
But my whole thing is like, if I'm gonna invest myself again, I said this last episode, I'm not dating to date right now. I'm dating for marriage. So if I find the right woman and she wants to wait, I'm not gonna lose out on the right woman because she don't want to give it up. That's dumb. Like, I believe sex is something sacred. So if it's sacred to her and I really care about her and I want to get to know her, then I'll wait for her.
How you know she the right woman though? You didn't have sex with her yet.
Thank you, Rashawn.
How you know she the right woman? You didn't have sex with her yet.
Jonathan, sex does not make her the right one.
Yes it can, sir. Yes it can.
And that's why I'm straight up throwing on this one, man. The good angel on this side right here is saying like, hey, look, you want a woman with a low number. You want a woman that's not gonna do anything. You know what I'm saying? Until she get married. That's what you want to look for. But then the other side over here is sitting there saying, yo, I'll think about that Eddie Murphy joke where he's talking about if you sitting there starving and somebody finally gives you a saltine cracker, you're gonna be like, that's some good crackers. And then later on you're gonna be like, man, these some regular crackers right here, man. You know what I'm saying? That's true, because you might sit there, thinking you know, it's been so long since you had sex. You probably had sex with her, and you know, the sex ain't all good.
I got a question for you. How many women have you been with?
Ooh,
You know,
on the show?
Oh, get him. Speak your piece.
What's wrong?
To just ask somebody that, Christine? Like,
my point I'm trying to make
Lashana
is
put his business out there a couple of times. Go ahead, Steve.
but no, I'm not.
you probably slept with over 5 women. How many of them have you married?
How many have I married?
How many have you married? Because if a woman is in that situation where she's on the fence, should I not? Then the thing is, you're not gonna guarantee her that you're gonna marry her. So I feel like, you know what, waiting, you might as well, because you're gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna put sex in the equation because this is gonna be a deal breaker. I'm not gonna ever get married if I don't add sex into the equation.
You know what?
You end up having sex with all of these people and nobody ever marries you because that is not the defining thing.
You know what? I mean, you know what? Straight up, Sally, in this day and age, man, like straight up, if I found a chick that was talking like that, man, I might sit back and be like, hey, you know what? Like this might be a gem. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause I mean, you really don't get that too often. So I mean, I don't know. I might. That's what I say. I'm torn. There's this side over here is saying like, hey, yeah, wipe this girl up, and this side is like, hey, you ain't tested the car out, so you don't know what you're getting, bro.
I definitely think you can definitely find a relationship with somebody out here today and not sleep with the young lady that you with, you know, before y'all end up getting married or anything like that. The only question I have is how much fidelity do you think is actually going to be in that relationship?
No, you didn't.
I mean, just being honest. I mean, because a lot of people would like to say, okay, you know what? I'm a not sleep with this young lady. We're going to chill out. We're going to do everything, you know, the way that it needs to be done. But there's going to come that moment where you're going to be like, you know what, man, it's been a minute. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying my best not to tempt her to do anything she don't want to do because I'm trying not to lose the relationship that we have. But at the same time, you know, it's some stuff I ain't did to win it. You know what I'm saying? So how much fidelity do you think you're going to have in that relationship?
I mean, some guys are going to be smart enough to just end it, you know? They're going to say, you know what, I'm not built for this. So, they'll end it.
But just being real, Christine, man, I think Steven hit the nail on the head earlier, man. Like, if you find a girl like that, that is a gem, and you want to hold on to that. And what dudes going to do is, they're going to be like, you know what, well, I'm going to respect her and not try to tempt her, but I'm going to do what Kerry just said. I'm going to go out and do my own thing. So, you may not know it, but he's still getting his, but no dude's going to let that main chick go. No matter what they do on the side, every dude got their main chick. And you may be that dude main chick because you not giving up the butt. And that's what he's looking for. So until y'all get married, he'll get you then. But he's going to do what he want to do on the side.
Don't down all men.
Well, right, and what I even want to jump back in, I wanted to say
that includes me in the bunch, and I'm not in that bunch.
And I wanted to say this too. Even though I brought that up a few moments ago, that's not to say that that's what I'm going to do. But I'm just saying that you have a lot of people out there that would do exactly what Jonathan just said.
So today's society has taken sex into a hobby. Like, we made it a hobby. And it's not a hobby.
Exactly.
It's something sacred that God made. And like she said earlier, and I might have disagreed, you know, I was combative on the last episode, but some things I do agree with Christine. Procreation, like, that's sex, so I don't think it's not something that we should do for fun. So saying all that, like, if a girl comes up to me that I like, that I value, that I respect, why would I not respect her wishes?
But how you know you like and respect her and you ain't had sex with her?
Jonathan, okay, first of all, let me go down a little. I've gone a year with some of my girlfriends without having sex. I've gone 2 years with some of my girlfriends without having sex, and I like them. You know how you learn to like someone? You spend time with them, you learn about them, you hang out with them.
I agree. Sex is not. You said a year? You said 2 years.
Listen, I'm pretty sure you've had sex with people that you don't like.
Say it again.
I'm pretty sure you've had sex with people you don't like.
True indeed.
So sex does not mean you like someone.
That's true. You got me.
So, Rashawn, if you were with a young lady that you were beginning to like and she wanted to have sex with you, would you do it?
Pow! There you go. Mm-hmm. You got nothing to say now.
Honestly, I'm going to be honest. Have I done it before?
Yes.
Yes.
Will you do it again? Yes.
Well,
happened to
I'm gonna be 100%. I'm gonna be 100% honest because where I'm at in life right now, I don't know if I would. Because I realize that sex sometimes complicate things, and I've learned that from my own experiences.
I never got that.
So, well, I've gotten it from my own personal experiences. So, if possible, I would like to wait till I get married. I don't think that's a hard thing to do. But that's just me. I'm a different breed.
How many people I know who said that until they got married, my teachers, they said until they got married, they never had sex. They never even, some people didn't even know their husbands until they married them.
Now, as far as your teachers and stuff like that, I don't know how much I would place in what they talking about. They've been trying to make moral young ladies out of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really trust everything that everybody was telling you.
You can't really down them either, Karen.
My first grade teacher, they were younger.
I'm not saying y'all though. I mean, for everybody, she said.
Why do people have to be liars?
Oh, your teachers? Oh yes, Sally. I had sex before I got married.
No, they're older.
Who's gonna tell you that? Come on.
I mean, I'm not saying that everybody might have been lying, but for all of your teachers to tell you that none of us had sex.
I didn't say all of my teachers. I've had teachers. Older teachers, not.
Are we talking Sunday school teachers, or what are we talking?
We're talking about school teachers.
Why are we all having a conversation about sex?
Because they were older. I've had older teachers, like 60, who got married during those times.
Come here, Sally. I haven't had sex since I got married. Come in this bedroom with me.
It's called. We had it in high school called freshman focus. Let's go head to another topic if that's cool, guys.
Yeah.
All right, so along kind of like transitioning into the same thing we talking about, like relationships and marriage and sex and all that good stuff. This whole notion of prenuptial agreements. We've heard that a lot of people do it when they're rich or whatever like that. But first of all, it as a contract entered prior to marriage, would you sign a prenup if it was offered to you, Christine?
No, I would not. I would not even consider marrying that person.
So if you've been dating this guy for a couple of years and through the engagement, which I believe you guys should have these talks about what's going to happen when you get married, and he brings up that he wants you to sign a prenup. What would you do?
The relationship is over because he's pretty much, honestly, I feel like marriage is pretty much an act of faith, and prenup is a lack of faith.
That's a good word right there.
Yeah, when I think about that, I think, how many people who say, I have faith, and then have a backup plan just in case it doesn't work. When you believe in something, you go in it like head first. And a lot of times, I don't think you should take marriage lightly anyway. So it should be something that has been developed, has been discussed. It's something that person becomes my family, and I can't give family back. So no, divorce is off the table. So prenup should never be put on the table.
So you don't believe in divorce?
No.
What about you, Stephen?
Well, I'm about to say everything Sally just said was completely insane because you would not purchase a house without getting some sort of insurance. You wouldn't rent a house without getting some sort of insurance. You would not get a car without getting some sort of insurance. You wouldn't have kids without having some sort of health insurance. All the prenup is saying, hey, the same way, just in case I get in a wreck, I can go in and get taken care of, or just in case I get sick, I can go in and get taken care of. Just in case you go crazy and you do something to mess this marriage up, I ain't got to take care of you. Why in the world I want to take care of somebody that done messed up my marriage? Because hey, personally, I'm with you, Sally. I don't agree with divorce. But at the same time, you can't predict what the other person's gonna do. Say I'm sitting there faithful to this woman, and I'm married, and she sits there and cheats or whatever, and I want to get. I'm not gonna stay with her. And matter of fact, if we go in biblical, that's actually grounds for divorce. So if I want to divorce this lady at this point, I got to sit there and take care of you after you done dog me out.
Well, first of all, if you want to go biblical, once again. Moses said that Divorce was only because of the hardness of their
But he said it's okay.
Let me talk.
But he said it's okay. He said it's okay though.
Plan. It was never God's plan for divorce. And he said, love your wife like God loves the church and gave his life for it. If you read back in Jeremiah, you see that God also told him to go marry a prostitute so that he could actually see that, you know what, this is how many times you've turned your back on me. This is how many times the church has played the prostitute. And when you played the prostitute, I'm taking you back. So I've seen so many people who have been cheated on, and they've been able to reconcile those relationships. So you're not going to tell me that if somebody cheats, that should be automatically, you know.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay,
but listen, Sally.
Hold on, guys.
Sally,
if you're talking biblical, he's talking biblical.
Did he permit it? Did he permit it? You said he wouldn't have permitted if it wasn't, but the fact of the matter is he permitted it.
But you're acting like it's his will. It wasn't his will.
Okay, but he still permitted it.
Table for me.
He permitted it though. You can't go back on that.
I can't go back on that, but I tell you what, it's not going to be in my house. And I tell you one thing.
Okay, well, you sit there and let your husband cheat on you. That's what happens, man.
If you ask for a prenup from your wife, I promise you'll be asking for a divorce later because it corrodes the marriage.
How?
I mean, it did sound a little off saying somebody could cheat on you, and that's not grounds for divorce. It definitely is, man.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, it is, man. I mean, I'm sorry. If she walked in on me, I would hope she would leave me too. We married, man.
Well, Christine's staying. It's all right.
No, she's not. No.
Like to cheat on me, and I'm not looking for that in my marriage.
You can't predict nothing nobody's gonna do. So good luck.
I don't believe in luck, so don't give me luck.
Okay, well, good blessings.
You
good
go
blessings
for that prenup and that divorce.
You never know. You can't sit there and predict what nobody's gonna do.
You need it for that prenup and that divorce.
I'm sorry, you can't predict anything nobody's gonna do. You can have the most perfect man in the world.
I know who can. Let's go there.
Well, Christine.
No, he can't.
No, let's not go there.
Because God gives us free will.
I already been in church today, y'all. So Christine, look. If you catch your husband cheating on you like 2 or 3 times, you would just stay with him.
How many times have we played the prostitute?
How many
times have you turned away from God? He told me to love my husband like Christ loved the church. I'm gonna love my husband the way Christ loved the church.
Okay, can I say something?
Yeah.
I kind of see where Christine's coming from. For me, I'm not gonna marry just anyone, and that's that whole dating for a while, so you know who you're dating, and so you know who you're gonna marry. That's why I don't think marriage is anything you rush into because it's sacred. I kind of agree with Christine because my first wife is going to be my last wife and my only wife.
Only.
So, listen. Hold on. I didn't interrupt you. But Steven, you had your time. Let me talk. Let me get my word out. Okay, I can't guarantee with this little. I can't guarantee. No, I won't even say I can't guarantee. I have faith. I have faith that when I choose the right woman and she chooses me, and we sit in front of God where we go through our counseling first, and we date for a while, and we try to understand each other best, where we know what we're getting into. I believe when I take that vow under God, I'm taking it serious. And when I say till death do us part, Lord, I'm speaking to God when I'm saying that along with her, I actually mean it. And I think that, again, this goes with the whole sex thing. Marriage is not something you just do. It's sacred.
It's sacred.
And if it's sacred, you take it with all of that in. So I'm going to marry someone who has the same beliefs, the same ideology, the same theology that I have, so that we're equally yoked. We believe in the same thing. So she's not going to cheat on me because we both believe that you're not going to cheat. I've never cheated on my girlfriend.
Kurt Franklin watched porn, Rashawn. Kurt Franklin watched porn.
So,
shut up. What do you mean? I've never cheated on my girlfriend, and I'm never going to cheat on my wife. And I expect my wife not to cheat on me, and I'm going to marry someone that believes the same stuff that I believe in. Once I marry her, that's it.
At the same time, all that being said, I wouldn't sign a prenup either. So, I mean, just putting that out there.
To get back to the prenup conversation, I wouldn't sign one either. To me, that makes me feel like I'm concerned about planning our future together right now, and you're more concerned about planning your future without me later. So that's how I feel when it comes to a prenup. But as far, because it looks like we've broken off into another topic, when it comes to this whole being equally yoked with your wife and everything like that, I see Steven's point of view because although we are equally yoked, we're getting married, we are together, and everything is like that right now. I cannot predict what could possibly happen in the future, what decisions you might make at that point in time. I can't say 7 years from now, that you won't make a mistake. And really, I use that phrase very loosely because you will have to really sit back and make a decision before you make a mistake. So I can't sit there and say that you won't do this. I can't guarantee that just because we have all of the same ideologies, all of the same beliefs. I can't say that you won't do that. I would like to think that I would like to think that I would try to work it out with you, but I can't guarantee that I would stay. I mean, and like you say, marriage is definitely a serious thing.
You never dated a girl who didn't cheat?
What?
I mean, you never dated a girl who cheated, or you cheated and they took you back in a relationship?
I'm going to say yes. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the problem. Y'all ain't stop cheating.
Yeah.
Y'all are dating. Y'all setting y'all expectations for what's going to happen in marriage.
Carrie, no, Carrie, in the land where Rashawn and Christine come from with unicorns and fairies, I guess people don't do these things, you know what I mean?
Steve,
and they're all perfect, and they're gonna.
We're not saying that people
in the real world, people do lie and people do things.
I know people do lie and I know people do cheat.
But I'm telling you that we will work through it. My parents have been married over 35 years, and my parents been faithful the entire time at the beginning. But no, they made a commitment. Once my dad gave his life to God,
Christine, you are a very, very lovely woman. If a man has cheated on you one time, get your shit and go. You deserve better.
No.
Point blank, period. What do you mean?
You're saying that he's going to cheat. You're saying that he's going to cheat.
I'm agreeing with Christine. You're saying he's going to cheat. Don't say he's going to cheat.
Hold on. I want everybody to sit back and hold up because I don't want people to sit back and think like I'm just on this tip of cheating as a grounds for divorce. Like, let's say this man, you know, some changes happening in his life, or either you didn't see a side of him that you thought you knew, and he started beating on you, Christine. You staying in that relationship?
Who are you getting attitude with?
No, that's not being attitude. I'm asking you a question.
He said it with aggression, but that's a serious question, though.
Steven, the thing is, you guys you don't just marry somebody. You don't just jump into this.
Christine,
Steven,
hold on.
My husband is not gonna go from 1 to 50. He's not gonna go from.
It happens every day. It happens every day.
You look at.
You better what? You better wake up.
It's not happening.
Those signs were there prior to.
Y'all better wake up.
You're talking about the most extreme situations. You're talking about situations. You're coming with the most extreme situations. You're not talking about two people who've known each other for a long time who decide that, you know what, we love each other. We're gonna get married. You're sitting there going to the most extreme situations to make me sound crazy when you sound crazy.
No, ma'am. You first of all, what you're suggesting is that people never change. Is what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying
people do change,
but we grow together. And so if we're doing things the right way, then I promise you, we're not gonna have.
You speaking for yourself. You can't speak for nobody else, man.
I'm speaking.
You would hope in your perfect world. You're hoping that's the case, but that's not necessarily the case.
What I'm telling you is that the person that I decide to marry, I will know. I will be led by God in every step of the way. So there is no way that I'm going to sit here and go in a relationship with somebody, in a marriage with somebody, and 1 minute he's going to be the most loving husband, and the next minute he's going to be beating me down.
Nobody might cheat on you 2 or 3 times. You stay with him.
You take advantage of it. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Male and female.
Moving on to the it's an opinion. It's not fact or fiction. So
are you serious? That's an opinion? Really?
I'm dead serious. It's an opinion.
Oh, wow. What's an opinion?
If you get cheated
on and then taken advantage of, like if you get cheated on and you stick in the marriage or stick in a relationship, you're being taken advantage of.
If they continue to do it, yes, you're being taken advantage.
If they continue to do it.
Yeah, Jessica said 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like one time, in my mind now, one time is enough to leave. But if you love that person that much, you might can stick around because you love them that much. But more than one time, man, you definitely got to go.
That's called a habit.
Yeah, exactly. A routine.
Well, if you guys have that in your marriage, you can make that decision, but I won't.
I wish y'all the luck.
Good luck.
Bless.
Good luck.
All right, guys. Next subject.
All right, everybody, we've come to the portion of the show where we do the relationship letter. We want to thank you guys for sending these letters to us. Please keep them coming at the email address listed below. We want to make sure that we can keep this portion of the show going. So this week's letter says, "Hi, speak your piece. I was good friends with the guy for 18 years. I attended his wedding, etc. We talked on the phone and visited each other from time to time throughout these years as friends only. He looked out for me a lot in college, giving me rides, a place to stay, things like that, all in the name of friendship. Needless to say, we had a strong friendship. His marriage failed, and mine did as well. Later, we crossed the line and became intimate. One to another, and we fell in love, and I moved to the same city he lived in. We travel together, go to concerts together, sporting events, and other things like that. He stays with me every night. My kids love him. Things are great, or so I thought. Until 5 years into our relationship, I get a call from a female that says she has been in a relationship with him for the past 6 years. 1 more year than our relationship. Of course, my heart was broken. I cried, stayed in bed, didn't eat, and repeated this for many days. Finally, a week later, he calls to try to explain. He says he met her when he was going through his divorce, and she was there for him. He did not want to hurt her and did not know how to break it off with her, which I know is an excuse. They saw each other over an average of a month ago. So basically, he had 2 relationships going on the whole time when I was totally committed to him and our future. So fast forward a month or so, I have chosen to forgive him and give him another chance. I feel like I know him and do not think he would do this again. I do not have low self-esteem. I am a strong, confident female that knows what I want. This was not an attack on my character, but on his. Some of my friends understand and support my decision, while others think I am crazy. At the end of the day, I am going to do what makes me happy, regardless of what anyone says. I told him he needs to marry me because I have put in true 5 years, and I know what I want. What do you guys think I should do about my friends who have something negative to say whenever his name comes up? Do you think this relationship can be successful? Thanks in advance.
First of all, ma'am, you told him he gonna marry you. That's dumb.
Oh Lord, man.
All right, I'm not trying to be judgmental, but I am. Okay, so I understand the whole forgiveness piece. I'm a little confused at how you can be in a relationship with someone for 5 years and he's in a relationship with someone else for 6 years and he's living with you and you don't know.
Well, did she say they live together or what?
She said he stays over her house every night.
Yeah, okay. She did say that. She said he stays with me every night.
I'm trying to figure out what was he doing. Were they having a cyber relationship?
He got
an internet relationship. They having a go to the grocery store relationship. I'm confused. But regardless, he cheated on you. So I'm pretty sure. The first thing that came to my mind were the kids. It's really difficult when you have kids and you're dating because you're not only thinking. Well, you should not only be thinking about yourself. You're thinking about your kids. I can't tell you what to do because forgiveness is already there. But what I can tell you is you cannot make him marry you if he does not want to marry you. That's going to result in a divorce because you're forcing him to do something he does not want to do. And I don't think you know him that well because you said you think you know him, but you didn't know him the 5 years when he was dating somebody else. So if you really want to invest this relationship, you need to start dating him a little bit more, getting to know him a little bit more, and making sure that he's really going to be there for you and not somebody else.
Now,
take your time.
I just want to go back to what I was talking about earlier, man. And it's going back to the whole with you and Christine thing. I look at Christine just like a first cousin. So I care about her. For me to hear Christine say,
who calls somebody first cousin?
My husband can first cousin. My husband can cheat on me.
I say this.
Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. Because it's a pattern now. This lady here is getting cheated on. She know this. But she is still trying to marry this man. Y'all women need to know y'all worth, man. Y'all worth more than that. Don't let nobody just cheat on y'all all willy-nilly and just say, I'm cool, we can work past it. Yes,
don't let a man force to have sex with you because you want to wait.
This is her boy.
And he don't.
She's not talking about her husband.
One time maybe. But know y'all worth, man. I'm telling you because I'm a man. If you let a man, I'm being real. Y'all need to think, man. This lady got kids and she want to marry somebody that done cheated on her, talking to somebody else for 6 years. That don't make no sense. What sense that make?
No, I agree with you on that one. 6 years of infidelity. Well, I can't even say infidelity because they weren't married.
Here's the part that's scary. That if I was her, I'd be scared of. This man didn't come to you and say like, "Hey, I apologize, I did this." You know what I'm saying? This man got caught.
Right.
So the behavior is still there. You know what I'm saying? Nothing happened to change his mindset as to only thing that changed is that he got caught. Otherwise, he was going for year number 7. You know what I'm saying? So
that I agree with.
What are you thinking? You know what I'm saying? That's insane. Kid, what you think?
To go back to the question she asked, she asked about what does she need to say when her friends say something smart or negative whenever his name is brought up. I mean, if you're going to do whatever makes you happy at the end of the day anyway, you need to, I guess, defend him whenever they say something, and you need to basically not worry about what they're going to say. Because if you're going to do happy and apparently being with him makes you happy, then you need to go ahead and put out of your mind whatever they're going to say, because they're going to talk about this man because they care about you. They're your friend, and they see their friend being done dirty. So if you are going to do whatever you want to do, and that apparently is going to be with him, you need to go ahead, put whatever they say out of your mind, and keep moving forward. Can your relationship with him be successful? Ma'am, I can't guarantee that your relationship with him can be successful. This man has been cheating on you for your entire relationship. And like Steven said, had he not been caught, he would still be continuing his same pattern of cheating on you. It wasn't anything that he was convicted about. He felt bad about it after he was caught. He might have been feeling bad about it while he was doing it, but it wasn't bad enough to stop what he was doing. It wasn't bad enough to come to you and tell you that he was doing it and to ask for your forgiveness. So can your relationship be successful? It depends on how much forgiveness you have in your heart and how good your memory is. Because if you can forget it and you can forgive it,
I don't think she ever forget it.
Then maybe it can be successful.
Right.
And I say forget because all the hurt that she's going through right now, in order to get past it, I think some of it she's going to have to let go of. And she's going to have to probably forget about some of it to be able to let that go. Right.
And like I guess just touching on what Carrie said, at some point in time, I don't want to make it sound like you can't forgive somebody that have cheated on you. Because my whole thing about it, to me, it all depends on if you're married. To me, there is no excuse for it. If you're married, I'm sorry. There is no excuse at all. And if you've been with somebody for 5 years, I mean, 5 years, man. And this whole time you're cheating on me, you're not going to easily break out of it.
Hold on. Guess what, guys? That just hit me. Technically, he wasn't cheating on her. He was technically cheating on a girl for 6 years because he was dating a girl for 6 years first.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true, too.
Yeah,
that's true.
So I need to rephrase my question. Ma'am, you're the cheater. You're the one that broke up the relationship. That's why I said listen to your heart. Obviously, your heart knows the answer because you sent this letter in, meaning your heart is a little troubled right now. Your mind and heart is troubled. And it's not because of your friends, it's because you feel something inside. Listen to what's inside. It's that Holy Spirit talking. Hey.
Yeah. Don't get married to this person, man. You're doing it backwards.
I mean, you know everything that's going on in this situation. You already see it for what it is. I mean, it ain't gonna get no clearer. I mean,
know your worth, women. Know your worth.
Land the plane.
We really haven't told you anything that you probably haven't already thought about yourself.
Y'all ain't no better than her friends. Sitting there picking at her.
We ain't picking at her.
I mean, I never heard nobody that say, well, I've been getting cheated on for the past 5 years, but I told him he gonna marry me. Like, that makes no sense to me.
Well, I didn't tell her what to do. I told her to listen to her heart.
She thinks she deserves it at this point, J. Scott.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. She feel like she didn't put in time. She feel like she didn't put in work.
So you think that you deserve a cheating man?
The other girl put in more work. The other girl put in more work.
Yeah, exactly.
She got a year seniority on you.
Yeah, exactly.
The other girl put more work in for you, baby. So you need to go ahead. But I'm done with that.
Yeah.
Good letter.
All right. Well, is that it? Everybody, any final words for anybody?
Women, know your worth. I'm not saying mistakes don't happen, but know your worth, man. I mean, Christine, know your worth.
You don't think I know my worth, Jay?
If you get married, somebody cheat on you, and then you stay with him, we gonna have
Christine,
problems.
any final word?
We gonna have
problems. Christine, any final words?
My final word is this, man. And I hope this for the whole episode, because what I'm gonna say is the same way you wouldn't go and get a tattoo of your wife or your husband. Don't sit there and not get insurance and get a prenup if you're very wealthy. That's insane.
Never, and my last words is don't marry a man who compares insurance to marriage. Thank you.
Gary, last words.
Marry for love. That's it.
Amen.
I don't have any last words.
Benita, come to work. That's another final word.
We miss you.
Yeah, Benita, we really miss you on this episode, but she'll be back next week, guys. I know a lot of guys are in love with Benita. So Benita will be back next week, guys. But so as usual, comment, subscribe to our YouTube page. Yes. YouTube.com/.
Click the share button now. Click it now. The share button. Click it now.
Can I finish?
No, go ahead.
The YouTube link below, www.youtube.com/speak your piece. Subscribe to us, comment on our videos, share our videos. Facebook, facebook.com/speak your piece. SPAE. Oh, what's going on with me? SPEAKYAPIECE. Speak your piece. So guys, go ahead and do that. Follow us on Twitter. Minus Carrie. Follow everybody on Twitter when it comes up. Follow us, converse with us, share with us your topics that you want us to discuss, and like us, share us, love us. Until then, we'll see you guys next episode. Peace. Good night, guys.
See y'all later.